In 1991, I was a member of the New York Knicks, and we were playing in the playoffs against the Chicago Bulls. Now, that's a tough challenge because they've obviously got Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, and to make matters worse, they had beaten us 13 straight times. And the New York papers called it an eventual annihilation. So I sat in the locker room before the game and I had some great hopes because our coach was Pat Riley. And the guy was the greatest motivator I've ever been around. And what he did amazed me. He walked in, paced back and forth, and he walked over to the VCR and hit the play button. And for 3.5 minutes, all I saw on this pregame motivational speech was Michael Jordan dunking against the Knicks during this streak. There were 43 dunks during this 13-game streak, and I'm sitting there thinking, is he trying to get us fired up or scared to death? He then walked over and turned it off and started pacing again. You could see the veins popping out of his neck. He was very focused. And what he said made a strong impact on me. He said, you guys are the toughest team in the league against everybody except Michael Jordan and the Bulls. You worship him. You idolize him. He falls down, you pick him up. You probably want his autograph. I'm thinking, yeah, that's Michael Jordan. He said, today it stops. And I've got a game plan that can lead you to victory against the Bulls, and here it is. The first time Michael Jordan goes to dunk on one of you will step up and be a man, and you will knock down Michael Jordan, and you will stand over him and tell him no more. And he said, let's go. And we all jumped up and put our hands in the middle. It was the most fired up pregame locker room I've ever been part of. At halftime of that game, I look back at the #1 key as being this. 3 minutes in, Michael Jordan came down the lane and he wound up like this, and he's going to throw down and make a poster that's going to go on my kid's wall someday. And Charles Oakley comes out of nowhere and knocks him down and stands over him and says, no more. And we were hugging each other and jumping up and down like we had just won the title. Did it work, knocking down Michael Jordan? At halftime, we were beating the Bulls by 25 points, and it was never a game. Just as Pat Riley had a great game plan for the Knicks, I've got one for you that I can promise will help elevate the performance of your big men. What I want to talk about today is, let's go back in time. Let's talk a little old school basketball. Do you remember way back in the day when big guys used to actually go into the paint and punish their opponent with their size and their strength? Anybody remember that way back in the day? I was sad yesterday because I looked on NBA.com. The top 30 scorers in the NBA last year, there was only one guy that was a back-to-the-basket post player in the top 30 scorers. Where have all the big guys gone? Well, the league is actually bigger and stronger. The big guys are now out shooting jump shots and handling the ball. I come here today with some outstanding news because this game plan I'm talking about, I promise, can elevate the performance of your big guys. Now, here's the truth. You can't control their mind. You can't control what's in their heart, how hard they play, how much they love the game. You can't control their size and their athletic ability. But what you can do is give them some strategies that help get them off in the paint, and therefore they will be able to elevate your team to championship levels. Now, before I get to the heart of my message, I think it's appropriate that I give you a little more background on where I've been over the last 25 years. And I don't want to spend all of my time talking about my career, so I'm going to go real fast. This is my fast break introduction. The last 25 years in 60 seconds. 1980, Clarkston High School, Clarkston, Michigan, McDonald's All-American, off to the University of Michigan. Sophomore year, 2 knee surgeries. Senior year, NIT champs, MVP, off to the NBA. First round draft pick, Cleveland Cavaliers, number 12 overall, traded on draft day to Washington, then to Seattle. Sonics, 2 years, all rookie team, starting center, knee surgery, traded to Philadelphia. Sixers, 2 years, Julius Erving, Charles Barkley, starting center, dislocated shoulder, traded to New Jersey. Nets, 1 year, starting center, NBA record, 23 straight road losses, traded to Houston. Rockets, 2 years, 2 more knee surgeries, traded to Atlanta. Hawks, 1 year, no knee surgeries, and traded anyway. New York Knicks, 3 years, 2 more knee surgeries, time to retire, last 14 years, ESPN, NBA Players Association. Thank you. I want to talk to you today about the post game. Okay? I was fortunate over the course of my career to play against great players. I spent 10 years in the league. And the truth of the matter is, when I came into the NBA, I was average. I was an average center playing against great players. I was going head-to-head on a nightly basis with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, playing against Moses Malone, Bill Walton, Bob Lanier, Patrick Ewing, Olajuwon, McHale, Parrish, all these great, great players. And the thing that I learned is if I was going to stay in the league, I needed to develop strategies to elevate my performance, or I was going to be gone soon. So what I did is I started studying the best players in the league. And I was able to identify 2 key elements that I needed to improve. Number 1, I had to become outstanding at gaining low post position. Number 2, I needed to develop a couple of strong post moves so that when I got that ball, darn it, I knew I was going to score. So through my journey, through my experiences, I was able to go from being an average center to somebody that did a pretty good job of maximizing their ability. I lasted 10 years in the league. I started 250 games. And during that journey, I learned that NBA stands for never be average. NBA stands for never be average, and today I want to talk to you about my never be average post plan. The way I look at it is that the never be average post game is all about this. There are 10 key fundamentals that your big guys need if they are going to dominate the paint. These are the 10 fundamentals of post play.